beat the drum to what we love. Risk the fall, oh, we have felt it all come crashing down from far above. Stars are rising, countless worlds colliding, only one will take it all. Can we bring to fall the giants? Can we make the final call? We are the ones to ignite the darkened skies, the champions of the world that we defy. The soul of the few who rise up high, and we all fight at the last light.
Good afternoon, everyone. It is a beautiful day in Marietta, Ohio. I hope you're having a great day. Like I said, it is wonderful. People are all over the town. I was out earlier this afternoon, and downtown is just bustling. So, let me introduce myself. My name is Matt Williamson. I will be your shoutcaster and announcer for this game. Give me 1 second here. We're checking up a couple things with the lobby here. Anyway, welcome to Marietta College eSports. We have a very exciting game for you. We have our League of Legends team going up against Newman University. This is part of Riot Games College League of Legends series. The main seasons consisted of 6 games. Right now, the Pioneers are 1-3, so this is the 5th round. So if things go well today, we can go 2-3, and then we can finish the season going 3-3, which is not bad for the first year at Marietta College. So a couple of announcements before we get started, because we are waiting for the other team to show up in the lobby. So the first thing I'll mention is, if you notice in our Twitch channel that there's been several changes to the layout. There's been several changes to the structure of our Twitch channel. So we have quite a few exciting things to announce. So first of all, we are now officially affiliated with Twitch. That's right. We now have a subscribe button, and it is thanks to you. So thank you for coming out every week to watch our games, whether it's League of Legends, whether it's Overwatch, whether it's Rocket League, or whatever that we're playing. The fact that you're here watching these games with us, supporting us, being able to follow our channels, and just being here has definitely helped make that happen. So thank you again for your support with our esports program. So we do now have an affiliation with Twitch, which does mean that we can get we can get subscriptions. So if you want to, you're more than welcome to subscribe to our channel. So what are the benefits with subscribing, might you ask? Well, one of the first things that we are still working on this. We don't have it completed just quite yet, but we are working on some custom Marietta College emotes. Our branding and communication department is working on that. So once again, give a shout out to them. So thank you for helping us out with it. But once we do have those up, we will have them available to you. We do have sub badges put together. We're having to change our VOD structure a little bit because we're now affiliated with Twitch. So there is a rule where any content that we broadcast on Twitch is exclusively owned by Twitch for 24 hours. So that means after our broadcast, we cannot put our broadcast up onto YouTube until at least 24 hours after the broadcast. So what we've been able to do before is uploading all of our matches immediately afterwards. So that way, if you missed it, you can watch it. But we kind of have to hold off a little bit. So what we want to do for our subs is that if you do subscribe to us, that you will have immediate access to all of our VODs on our Twitch channel for 1 week. For at least a week. I mean, you'll get access to it the whole time, but videos are up for at least 2 weeks. And for the first week, our VODs, all of our matches will be up on our Twitch channel. After 1 week, we will take our videos and upload them to YouTube. So, for example, with today's match, after the broadcast, if you're a subscriber, you'll be able to check out the VOD for this game immediately afterwards, and you will have exclusive right to view it. 1 week from today at this time, it will be uploaded to our YouTube channel so anyone can check it out. So I want to make it very clear that we're not denying any content for if you choose not to sub. It's just that the YouTube videos will be out a little bit later. And then once we have the sub emotes up on here, we will have that too, so you can spam all those emotes in the chat. So we are very excited about the affiliation program. It's going to be really helpful for us to build our program. This is the first year for our esports program, so we are very excited about this step. It's just progress towards developing our program. So that's the first big announcement. And as I mentioned before, the next announcement is that we have our new Twitch layouts, completely different than what you've probably seen in previous weeks. We have a brand new official Marietta College esports logo with the Pioneer with the headsets. So you can see it a couple places in the buttons in the chat. So once again, I do want to thank Communication Brand Management for putting that together. I absolutely love it. Everyone I've talked to has loved this new logo. So we're very excited about that. So we have that set up, and then we have all of the layout set up so you can have links directly to all of our social media pages, whether it's Facebook or Twitter or YouTube, so you should be able to access those more easily. We have our schedule of our past matches and what we have coming up in the future. So Upcoming next week, we will have our last League of Legends match for the CLOL series. We don't know who we're playing just yet. Those usually don't get announced until about Monday or Tuesday. Usually about Monday evening is when we find out. So once we know, we will put that up on there. But we try to have all this available to you. We want to try to make the appearance of our Twitch channel as professional as possible. So once again, we're very stoked about that. Now, as for our match today, I did receive word that a couple people from Newman are running a little bit behind, so it may be just a couple more minutes before we do get the game up and running. I do see a couple of them are already in the lobby. Actually, 4 of them are already in the lobby, so we should be actually pretty close to getting started up. So let's go ahead and take a look at the starting lineup for the Marietta College Pioneers League of Legends team. We do see we have a new layout for that. So once again, showing off our new logo. But we have Bludger in the top lane. He is back. He was out last week, but he is available this week. So we're thankful to have him back. We're just glad to have everyone back. But we have Lucas Danford in the top lane. We have RC Larson, Brandon Larson in as our jungler. We have Scott Cressman as our mid laner. We have Ian Darling, known as Dangerous Doge, as AD carry. And of course, Wendell David Stratton, known as MC Cowboy, in the support role. So all we're doing right now is just waiting once again for everyone from Newman to show up in the lobby. I think they're just waiting for one more person. So once we have that going, we will get that to you. It is a best of 3 series, and the Pioneers have elected to be on the blue side for the first game. So they will get first bans, they will get first picks. And I would anticipate to be on the red side for the next game here. So we just gotta wait a little bit patiently. So once we do have that up, we will be good to go. So just hang tight for a little bit. We'll just go ahead and kind of take a step back here for just a second as we're waiting for the lobby to set up. But once they have that, we will get that to you. So just hang tight for a couple more minutes. As you're waiting, you can always follow us on our Twitch channel here, so that way whenever we do have broadcasts, you can check it out. You can go ahead and follow us on our Facebook or Twitter. So Facebook's at Marietta College eSports. Twitter's at Marietta eSports. You can subscribe to our YouTube channel. That way when we do upload our all of our broadcasts down the road, you will be able to see that. So thank you again for being here. Hang tight for a couple more minutes, and as soon as the lobby is filled up and we have Champion Select going, we will have that game to you. Hello again. Just to give everyone an update on why the game is being delayed a little bit. So the other team, Newman, has 4 people currently here, and they are waiting for one more person. Actually, that's part of the reason why we had to postpone, delay our match already. It was initially scheduled for 4 o'clock, but Newman requested to push it back to 5 o'clock Eastern time because they knew there were going to be some people being late. So our team did agree to that, and our understanding is at this point the fifth person is was running behind. So under the rules, we could have requested a forfeit win, but our team has decided to wait it out and play it out that way. We get an actual game going and get a game to you guys because no one wants to win by a forfeit because I mean you guys are here to see a League of Legends match. We want to see some League of Legends going on here. So if I were to come here and say, "Sorry guys, we're not going to have the game because the other team forfeited," that would just be horrible. And so our team has agreed to wait it out, and I'm actually receiving word right now that the fifth person has arrived for Newman and is getting set up. So it should just be like another couple minutes or so. Now, granted, when I say a couple of minutes, I should say that our stream is on a 3 minute delay. So by the time you hear this, it's already been 3 minutes since I've said it. Part of the reason for the delay is because under C Law rules that even though the spectator mode for the game already has a built-in 3 minute delay, there has to be at least a total 5 minute delay when broadcasting any League of Legends matches through College League of Legends. So we're doing a 3 minute delay for the stream, and then there's a 3 minute delay in the game. So it'll be a total of a 6 minute delay in the game. But this is just to make sure that we're abiding by all the C Law rules. But we do want you to let you know that we should be getting started up very soon, and do want to give kudos to our League of Legends team for taking the normal approach. I mean, they could have said, "All right, it's been more than 20 minutes. We're going to request a no-show forfeit win," but they decided that they want to play. So we got to give a lot of admiration to our pioneers for taking the noble, respectful route. So we're just gonna hang tight for about a couple, another minute or two, and as soon as they're in here, we will get it to you. So I'm gonna get the music back on here as we're waiting, but it should be very, very, very soon. So once again, thank you for your patience as we are waiting, and hopefully all this waiting will be paid off with some really exciting games against Marietta College and Newman University. So, I got some news for you. Everyone is here. Everyone from Newman University has arrived. Everyone is in the lobby. So we are now just moments away from getting Game 1 of Marietta College versus Newman University in League of Legends. Once again, thank you so much for your patience. I know we've been waiting for about a half hour. It really has been a half hour since we started the broadcast. And I can now say that we are underway. So let's get into Champion Select here. Marietta College is on the blue side. We are in the ban phase here. So let's see what Marietta does not want to go up against in this matchup. So once again, let us hope that our patience will be rewarded with an awesome game here between these two colleges. They are evenly matched. They are both 1-3 right now in the College League of Legends series. So this is going to be a huge game for both to be able to get that to 2-3, and then hopefully even next week get to 3 out of 3 for this season. And we may still have some client issues because no bans have been picked. So at this point there should be a ban made. Something's being lagging here, so let's just hang on tight and see what goes on here. Okay, so there appears to be a potential bug. Yeah, so trying to reconnect. There we go. Okay. Sorry, there was an issue with the client here. Not so sure what's going on. Okay, so I think there was a bug earlier with the client that was causing people to connect to their, causing some issues with connecting while the game, but looks like there might be an issue with the client in spectator mode. So unfortunately, we don't really know the bans other than Ari. We do see that Marietta has prioritized Sion, so Bludger will be playing Sion in the top lane, and we do see the Lulu coming out for Newman. I'm going to try to see if I can... Well, we won't worry about the bans right now. But we do see Lulu coming out for Newman. That's most likely a support pick, but it could end up in the mid lane. I mean, Lulu can flex like that. And we do see Caitlyn being picked. So that is most likely a Caitlyn-Lulu combo in the bot lane. Once again, I can't tell which champions have been banned other than the Ari, and that's just because the client bugged out, so I apologize for that. Not much we can do, but we will see what's picking here. And looking like that Marietta is going with the Misfortune for the AD carry and the Leona. This is a combo that's has been pretty, not like super popular, but it's been growing in popularity in the meta. So this would be a good matchup. And Caitlyn does have the range advantage, but Misfortune with Leona's stun is going to be pretty good. And it looks like Newman's hovering over... Okay, so they picked the Rek'Sai for the jungler, and they banned out the Rengar. So we won't see Larson playing Rengar, which can be a very, very tilting champion. I have seen several games where...
Seriously?
Where Rengar can be something. And we do see the Rakan being banned, and it looks like Vladimir was also banned, so maybe it's part of that client bug. But it does seem like...
The weak fear the shadows.
Fear controls them.
Let's see here. Yeah, so we see the Kayn being banned, we see the Galio being banned. So there's still some client issues with seeing like what was banned before. So I do apologize for that. It's just, I think there's still some issues with the client bug. And okay, so looks like We also see Silas and Lissandra also being banned out, so we won't see any of those champions. So a lot of popular mid lane champions are being banned out right now, which makes sense because both sides still need to pick a mid laner. Marietta still needs to pick their jungler, while Newman still needs to pick their top laner. And looks like Marietta also banned the Jax, so we will not see we won't see Jax in the top lane either. And we do see the Garen being picked for the top lane to go up against Sion. Interesting matchup, so we will see if Westside Warrior does his spin to win, or if Bludger Sion can defend against that. And right now Marietta is hovering over the Veigar. Veigar is a very nasty champion. If you get enough AP on Veigar, he can pretty much just one-shot anyone he wants. But it's going to take some time to scale that. But right now with the Leona stun as well and the Sion knockup, and there's some really nice stuns to be able to pop some of Veigar's really nasty abilities. So now we'll see what Mary decides to go with for the jungler. And locking in the Shyvana. That's an interesting pick. I haven't seen... I mean, Shyvana is a good champion. It is a very good champion. I just haven't seen it played a lot. But it is still a very, very powerful champion in this meta. And we see the Karthus being picked, so that's most likely... Okay, so that's Karthus mid. It is not Karthus jungle. I was about to say for a second, because Karthus jungle is prevalent right now. But it does look like that is going to be mid. Yeah, that makes sense, because Rek'Sai, of course. Alright, so looks like we have a pretty good matchup here. Marietta's comp is pretty solid. A lot of stun potential, a lot of pick potential. So it's going to be a matter of making sure that we don't make any mistakes. Make sure to do the right calls. With Newman's composition, it's an interesting composition. Like, the champions are really good, and I'm trying to see where the synergy is. I mean, you got Garen as a frontliner, can use his spin, maybe with the Lulu ult to get him nice and big and tanky. I mean, both Rek'Sai and Garen are pretty good tanky champions. So I mean, it's a solid comp. Maybe not as much synergy as what Marietta has, but they're still very good champions. So this could be a very evenly matched game. Now, once again, since we are in spectator mode, we are going to have to wait for another 2 minutes and 30 seconds before we actually load into the game. So just a couple of things, as I mentioned earlier on the stream, just so people know what's going on with Marietta College eSports. We are now officially affiliated with Twitch. We're all excited about that. So that means that if you want to subscribe to our channel, you can now use a Twitch subscription to subscribe. We are working on putting together some emotes for you. So once we have that up, we will get that available to you. So right now we don't have any Marietta College emotes, but we are working on that. You probably see in our channel that we have redesigned the layout, so we're really excited about that. A new logo, a new appearance, just trying to make our stream more professional looking, and hopefully we'll be able to do more things with our stream down the road. So we have that going on. We also have bits, so if you want to show your support, you can get the hype in the chat. If you want to use bits, that's also perfectly fine. Speaking of that, if you have Twitch Prime, you do have a free sub every month. So if you're not using your Twitch Prime sub, you're more than welcome to use it here. Any revenue that we are able to generate will help towards developing the program, with whether it's adding improvements to our esports room, maybe looking into potential scholarships, just looking into ways to help further develop the program. So your support is definitely much appreciated. Now, if you have Amazon Prime, then you automatically have Twitch Prime. So all you have to do is, if you don't have a Twitch account, is you can go ahead and create a Twitch account for free, and then you can connect your Amazon Prime account to your free Twitch account, and you will have Twitch Prime for free. And then you have the free sub that you can use every month to support your favorite channel. So you can certainly use that to support Marietta College eSports. And the best thing about it is you can do that every month. So instead of having to pay $4.99 per month to support, you can always use your Twitch Prime free sub. So any supports would be greatly appreciated. As far as other things that are going with the esports program, we do have one more match next Saturday for League of Legends. We don't know who our opponent is yet. We will try to get that announced later on next week once we're aware of it and once we do have the schedule finalized. And I've been saying this for several weeks. There is one more tournament that League of Legends, Rocket League, and our Overwatch teams will all be participating in. However, the organizer has still yet to announce it. I actually emailed them last week about it, and they said they're still doing it, and they're still finalizing stuff. They just haven't publicly announced it yet. So, just waiting to give them a chance to do the public announcement before I leak anything, because I probably shouldn't be leaking anything. So, as soon as they do announce that, then we can talk about our involvement in that game. So, we just got to hang tight for that, but hopefully that'll be coming up soon, because technically it was supposed to already start. Alright, so we are waiting for the game to load here. So we do see the champions starting to load up here. So as soon as we have the game underway, we will get that to you. So right now everything's just loading, so it shouldn't be much longer now. The bar's going up. We're almost at 100%. We're at 96% right now, so we're just waiting. So we're just almost there. Have to wait a little bit longer. We're at 98% now. We should be getting the game up here any second. Hopefully you're having a great day so far. We do appreciate your patience. I know we've been waiting for what it seems like it's been about 45 minutes now, and we have yet to actually get the game underway. We do, once again, we were waiting for a couple of individuals from Newman University to arrive, and our team decided to wait it out. That way, we could actually get a game going here instead of just taking the automatic win. So it's very noble of our pioneers to do that. So much respect for making that decision. You do hear that river? You hear the noise? So let me get a couple things here set up. And sure enough, we are now in Game 1 of Marietta College versus Newman University. Let me get the audio here adjust a little bit, because maybe it's just me. Maybe it's a little loud here. Okay, it's on my end, so should be okay for you guys. But once again, this is a best of 3 series, so we'll see if we get 2 or 3 games.
Welcome to Summoner's Rift.
So we do see the standard lineup here. No shenanigans, no invades. Just everyone checking the line, looking for, spotting out where potential people are, maybe getting wards in place here. Doesn't look like we're going to see any action from the get-go. Everyone's just holding the line. See a couple pings coming out.
Minions have spawned.
Maybe trying to predict where some people are. We should be seeing the 120 wards coming out. So it looks like that Marietta will be starting on the... Actually, both teams are starting on the red side. Which is pretty standard now. Haven't seen too many start on the blue side. So at this point, it's just a matter of waiting the farming phase, and we'll just see if there's any jungler action going on here. While Misfortune does have pretty good wave management, that Lulu is going to be harassing a lot. We already see Lulu putting some damage onto Leona, so this could go either way. We already see right there, Lulu's just trying to put more damage onto Leona so she cannot be as effective in case there are any engages. It looks like they're already just training a lot of damage onto Leona. And we see a little bit of training going on the top lane as well. So we already see Rek'Sai heading over towards in the bot jungle. Looks like just gonna, and we do see the fight going on here. And Lulu is getting very low and had to burn its flash just to get away. But we do see Rek'Sai coming in. It's looking like we're getting a potential gank, getting the slow in, and the flash was burned. But it looks like Dangerous Doge will get away, so he's at half health. But yeah, Rek'Sai was able to get the flash out from Dangerous Doge. It looks like MC Catboy also had to burn his flash to dodge all that. So that means that the bot lane is going to be vulnerable, and we do see wards being placed in the tri-bush for both teams there. So if Rek'Sai were to try again, they are going to be able to detect that. And it looks like Rek'Sai is still hanging around there, maybe looking for a potential gank. In fact, he is pinging, but they do know that he is there, so they are retreating to the tower, so a very smart move. So now the question will be, will Newman try to go for a dive? And it doesn't... He's still hanging around there and doing some counter jungling. But then again, Larsen's also counter jungling as well, but Rek'Sai is getting pinged out, so they do know he's there. So the question is, what will they do about it? And right now, it just looks like they're going to stay on the tower. And you do see them engage onto the Lulu. But Misfortune is very low. In fact, Rek'Sai is probably going to try to go in for the dive. He's not doing it just yet. But it looks like they're backing out even more, which is a good move just to get away from there. And just try to make sure they don't die. Unfortunately, because of that, that does mean that Caitlyn is going to get a hefty CS advantage because of all that. But we do see the other two lanes are doing pretty well. I mean, that Rek'Sai presence has definitely put some hindrance in the bot lane. But we do see that our top and mid lanes are doing pretty well. Sion's ahead by 4 CS, which is not a whole lot. But in the mid lane, Cressman is ahead by 10 CS at 5 minutes into the game. So it's a very good start, especially since we do want Veigar to really scale up. So the more gold he gets, the more AP. He's just going to start one-shotting people. And we do see some trades going on here. And it looks like that Larsen's not too far behind. And the ping's coming in, so he's probably looking for the potential gank. So Garen is getting the spin on. And Sion does try to go for the slow and does miss. We do see Larsen trying to chase him down. And it looks like Cressman is going to try to catch him. But it's looking like that... So Larsen is going for the engage, but no one else is there to follow up because Cressman's already backing out. So it looks like it's just a lot of training, but nothing actually coming out of it. And we do see Rek'Sai going after Shyvana. And he's going to keep chasing him down, and they will get the Scuttle Crab, it looks like. So I don't think any... Okay, so Cressman did have to burn his summoner, so that is going to be an issue. So right now, despite the gold lead, it does seem Newman's making the better plays. But we do see in the bot lane that Misfortune has caught up on CS, is only down by 2, so they are pushing the lane pretty well now. So it looks like they're just going to roam out a little bit, maybe try to get some more vision, see if they can spot Rek'Sai. Doesn't look like they did get some wards up into their jungle, so they can at least see if Rek'Sai goes in that area. But it looks like that Rek'Sai is heading back towards the Marietta's red jungle. And it looks like we do see the engage going on here to Caitlyn. Caitlyn burns the flash, and here comes the Rek'Sai. And MC Cowboy is very low, and first blow actually go to Lulu. But it's looking like they are going to get the kill, so both Dangerous Doge and MC Cowboy do go down. So I don't know if it was just a lack of vision. They went for the engage and probably didn't know that Rek'Sai was there to be able to counter that. And we do see the engage going onto the Karthus. It has to burn his flash, but Karthus will go down. But here comes the Rek'Sai to follow up on it. And Karthus already has his Requiem up and burns it, but it doesn't do a whole lot. So Marietta does get a kill back. And Karthus actually burned his flash and died for that. So we do see a little bit of pressure going on into the tower. And we do see the engage going on to Rek'Sai. And Larson does get him down. So Marietta does even up the kills. Although Newman is still ahead by about 100 gold. But I think that's just a result of the first blood bonus. But that went to Lulu. So at least for us, if we're going to lose first blood, let's lose it to a support. I'll take that over losing first blood to the Caitlyn any day of the week. So it looks like things have quieted down just a little bit here. We see Garen burning the teleport to get back into lane. We do see Leona clearing some vision. We see some red and blue buffs going around for everybody. And it does look like Rek'Sai did get pinged out, so they do believe that's where he's at. Well, the ward is there, so they know exactly where he's at. And despite the assist for Caitlyn, looks like Dangerous Doge has caught up on CS again, so he is pushing the lane pretty well. And we do see some pings going out for the Drake and Karthus. So I don't know if they're going to try to go for Ocean Drake first or if they're going to try to aim for Karthus. But bottom lane has been pushed out, so I don't think they're going to be able to make any plays for the Dragon just yet. Although they are starting to converge down there, so they may be looking to try to make a play in the bot lane. In fact, we do see an engage, looks like, going on between Cressman and Rek'Sai, although the camera is... Okay, here we go. So we do see the engage going on to Rek'Sai, and he goes down! And of course the camera will come back here with this trade-off between tanks. But it looks like with Rek'Sai down, that is going to be a free Ocean Drake for the Pioneers. And sure enough, they do get the Ocean Drake. So that is definitely going to help with the mana regen, especially for Cressman to be able to burn his spells. So despite losing first blood, Marietta has had a pretty good start in this. I mean, in fact, we are seeing the CS differences starting to a little widen. We see Sion being ahead by about 15 CS. We see Cressman ahead by 30 CS over Karthus. So, and we even see that Misfortune is ahead by 1 CS. And we still see some training going on here in the top lane, but Garen's just not going to be able to do a whole lot of damage to the Sion. So now we'll see what Mary decides to prioritize next. I would guess it'd probably be the mid lane just because of the substantial advantage that Cressman has over X Anomaly. But we'll just see. Looks like Larson will be heading towards his blue jungle just to get some camps there. And meanwhile, looks like Ron 1 Swanson Rek'Sai is going back to that bot lane. Maybe trying to do some counter jungling. And maybe looking to try. And we do see the stun going onto the Caitlyn. And the Misfortune all comes down. But they don't get her down. So they did try to go for the engage, and it just did not work. It was a good execution, just not enough oomph to finish her off. Plus, Lulu did have her ult that she used on Caitlyn to keep her alive. So it was a good try, but just wasn't enough. Although Caitlyn is pretty low here, so they could try to go for the kill. Although Rek'Sai is nearby, so he may be looking for a dive. And we see a lot of damage going out to Karthus, and Karthus got picked on again. And here comes the dive onto Misfortune. You don't flash from an ace in the hole. I'm sorry, I gotta call that one out. When you're already dead, there's no point in flash. You can't flash out of ace in the hole. And that does, and with that kill, that does give first turret to Newman University. I believe it's the Jets, if I remember correctly. And we do see the counter gank going into Caitlyn, getting very low. Here comes Leona to get the stun, although Larson is very low. But Leona does get the shutdown. The flash will go out for Rek'Sai. So now will Shyvana be able to catch up? And yes, he will. So Marietta does retaliate for losing the bot lane. And it looks like the Crestman will get the mid tower as well. So the lead he's having over Karthus is substantial. In fact, let's just take a look at the gold differences here, just to see what we're looking at. Oh my goodness! So Crestman has about 2,600 gold over Karthus. That's practically a full. That's practically a full item over Karthus. That is a substantial lead. So I think we're going to see that not Karthus, but Crestman is going to be very dangerous in this matchup. And we see a little trading going on here in the top lane here, but once again, nothing too much going to happen here. So we do see a lot of control wards coming down by the Pioneers, so really good call just to keep those wards down. And in fact, it's very well warded. I mean, they got wards over in Newman's blue jungle and over by the red buff, so they'll know where Rek'Sai is at any given time during this. In fact, we do see Shyvana going right on top of him. There he is. And we see the dragon coming out, and Rek'Sai had to... oh, he's down. And we do see the ace and hole coming in for Caitlyn, but Lulu gets the shutdown before Caitlyn gets the ult off. So that might have been a misplay there, because you want to kind of give the kills to the AD carry, not the supports. So that will be a 1-for-1, and we do see Newman trying to get the vision in place, because the next dragon is going to be up in 19 seconds, and I'm not so sure which dragon is just yet. And we do see Garen here getting very low, so he's going to back out. And it looked like that Crestman was going to try to go up and get the engage, but he gets caught out, so he backs as well. So the next play would be the dragon, and it looks like it is going to be an Infernal Drake. So that is going to be a much-needed dragon for both sides, so I would expect a team fight going here. In fact, Larson and Dangerous Doge are already heading straight for the dragon and probably anticipating an engage. I mean, they know where Rek'Sai and Lulu are because of the control wards. So they're just clearing out vision. Although I do see Bludger burning his teleport to get back in the lane. I don't know if that was a good move, because now he doesn't have his teleport to engage into the dragon if needed. Although, to be fair, Garen burned his teleport too. And it looks like that Marietta will get the red dragon. And we do see the ult coming in onto Rek'Sai, and he's already down half health. The Misfortune ult comes out, and everyone's trying to get away. Not a whole lot of damage from the Misfortune ult, but it does zone everyone out. So although Marietta did not get any kills there, they do get the red dragon. So that extra AD, extra AP. Oh, that's going to make Crestman very scary. And it looks like they're maybe heading for the Rift Herald. Since everyone had to back out, they're just going straight for the Rift Herald and take it, knowing that that Newman probably won't be able to contest this. So they are clearing out vision. They do get spotted out, so Marietta knows that Newman knows that they know where they're at. They know where they know. And we do see a little bit of a skirmish going on here. And Crestman was just kind of picked off by himself. That gets a shutdown. you really don't, and looks like Mary's going to have to back away from this. Like, that was just a positioning issue, and looks like they're may have to give up the Rift Herald now because of that. So I don't know what Crestman was doing it. We do see the Shyvana ult coming out, and they're trying to do, it looks like a 3v5, which I don't think is a very wise decision here. You do see get the stun onto Garen, but... Oh, we do see Garen getting the flash engage, and he does get the execute onto Larson. So at this point, like, Marietta should just be backing out. I mean, it's 3v5, and now there's another kill. So that's 2 more kills for Newman. That's just a misplay. When you're outmatched 3v5, you can't stay there because they're just going to come after you and pick you off. It's just from numbers alone. And Newman was able to get the Rift Herald, and I would anticipate them popping it here in the mid lane. Yeah, we do see the Rift Herald getting summoned here from behind. And we do see the Misfortune all coming out, and it does get Rek'Sai, and it does get Garen as well. We do see the Requiem coming out, but it doesn't do a whole lot, and Karthus goes down. So that is 3 kills for the Pioneers, and the Rift Herald, it did get the mid tower down to half health, but that's about it. Now it looks like Marietta will be pushing up the lane, and the flash does come out and does get the kill onto Caitlyn. So the Pioneers are looking for blood. So that's 4 kills to 0 there. So just a really good play there by the Pioneers, just keeping things under control. We do see the stun coming out, and Rek'Sai getting stunned, double stunned, but he's already less than half health, so he's not going to be very effective in any engages. So Marietta gets the tower and will back away. Meanwhile, Larson is in the bot lane, just trying to push along there. So he's just trying to clear minions, and he should be able to get this tower. We do see Dangerous coming in here to help finish it up, and yeah, and that tower does go down. So that will be the 3rd tower for the Pioneers, compared to Newman's 1 tower. So with that, the Pioneers are up by about 2.5k gold, a little less, about 2.5k gold it looks like. About 19 minutes into the game. So we do see some vision clearing. So right now, it does look like Newman has a bit of the vision advantage. They do have the river pretty well warded. They do have a bit of their jungle warded. So Marietta is going to have to go back and try to see if they can get some vision into their jungle, just so they can see where they're at. I mean, their jungle is decently warded. Well, at least their blue side is warded. Their red side is not so great. We do see some pings going out. Rek'Sai may be looking for an engage, but they know exactly where he's at. And we see Garen here going after Sion, trying to spin, but not really doing a whole lot there. Yeah, we do see some more pings going on into the bottom river. And with the next Drake coming up in about 30 seconds, I would expect that to be the next point of contention. And we do see the flash coming out here for Larson to try to get some damage onto Karthus, and Karthus does go down. Will he burn the Requiem? Doesn't look like it. Looks like he is going to hold it because it's not going to do any good. And we do see the pings going in for the dragon. Marietta will converge onto there and clear out some vision. And it looks like it's going to be another Infernal Drake going down there. So 2 Infernal Drakes for the Pioneers would be huge. So it looks like they're trying to zone everyone out. The Drake is now live. And we do see Marietta taking their blue buff. Are they going to start the dragon? Yeah, it looks like they're starting it up while trying to zone everyone out. And this dragon's just melting. So they do get the dragon. And they're going to get out of there. And Newman knew that they're just not going to be able to do much with that. Meanwhile, we do see Garen up here getting some damage onto this tower. And he might be able to get this down. But Sion is heading over there to do something about it. Yeah, it looks like the Garen will get this tower down. Or will he? Oh, yeah, he will get the tower. And he will spin to get away. So that is 3 towers to 2 in favor of the Pioneers. But Marietta has double Infernal Drake, which is going to be huge for team fights because they're just going to do some pretty nasty damage. We do see, as far as CS goes, Cressman is still ahead by practically 50 CS over Karthus. So Karthus right now isn't going to be as effective, and Cressman's Vagar is going to be doing some nasty damage, just starting to pick off people. We do see Lulu getting spotted out and dangerously low, and does get picked off. So that is another kill for the Pioneers. And we do see the engage onto the Rek'Sai, and will burrow away the dodge Scion's ult, but Rek'Sai's already dangerously low, and the Fire Breath will finish him off. So that's 2 down for the Jets. And we do see another tower going down, so Garen, you're gone. So are they going straight for Baron? This could be a Baron with Rek'Sai still dead for another 15 seconds. It looks like the Pioneers will be going straight for Baron at this point, just knowing that 3 of Newman's team is already down, although Lulu just respawned. This Baron is taking a little bit of time, but Rek'Sai is just now respawning. We do see the vision coming out here, so Marietta is going to try to zone them out so they can take the Baron. And they do get the Baron. Caitlyn did try to get an auto shot in there to see if they can try to snipe it, but the Pioneers will get the Baron buff, which is huge, so they will back away, buy, and then try to start pushing out these lanes. But so far, the Pioneers are doing a really good job in this game. So they are up by 6,000 gold at 23 minutes into the game. So a really nice lead there. So the question is going to be, can they utilize this buff? Can they push out the lanes? And can they try to capitalize on this? Because right now, they do have the advantage. For the most part, that each of the carries is pretty well ahead, although Caitlyn is ahead in CS over Misfortune. Is still doing pretty well. It's still evenly matched, so it's not too far behind. But Cressman is just a 5-1-3, 181 CS. He's going to be doing some insane damage. I mean, he's already got his Rabadon's death cap up. That should tell you how dangerous he is. So it looks like they are trying to push in all 3 lanes with the Baron empowered minions. And I don't think there's a whole lot Newman can do. We do see Rek'Sai trying to defend the bot lane here, but with the Baron empowered minions, I just don't think that it's going to be able to do a whole lot there. And we do see the push going on here into the mid tower. So the bottom inner towers go down, and we do see the Shyvana ult coming out. Well, not the ult, but the dragon form. But it doesn't look like Rek'Sai is already dangerously low, so he's already out of the fight and is going to have to go and heal. So meanwhile, Marietta also got the mid inhibitor tower, and it looks like they're going straight for the mid inhibitor. Lulu's already very low, and in fact, they do get the inhibitor. Meanwhile, we got a kind of like a tank fight here going to the top lane. It's just, although Sion definitely does have the advantage over that, but 2 tanks going at each other, that's going to take a really long time. So here comes Dangerous Doge to say, you know what, this is taking too long. Let's just finish the fight right here. And there goes Garen, and probably along with that tower as well. And we do see Caitlyn going down, and Rek'Sai is going to try to get the Retribution kill, but is not going to get it. And the Pioneers are already working on the top tower, and it looks like they will be getting the top inhibitor as well. So far the Pioneers are doing an incredible job here. 2 inhibitors already down. And they're already just going for, Nexus towers. Oh no, they got the, not just yet. But all 3 inhibitors are already down, and they're going straight for the Nexus towers. So I think they're looking at trying to close out the game. So there's the team fight going in. Lulu and Karthus is already down. So that's a double kill for Cressman. The Requiem goes out. It does nothing. Both of the Nexus towers are down. The Nexus are at low health. And there goes your Nexus. So game 1 will go to the Pioneers. So a really good start for Marietta. So they just played it properly. I mean, a couple of mistakes early on in the game, but they were able to get some kills. They secured all the dragons. They didn't get the Rift Herald, but they were able to capitalize on the team fight when they spawned the Rift Herald. So that was just a really good job on their part. So, give me 1 second here as we get game 2 up here. So, just got to get into the lobby here because they're waiting for me to join so they can get this started up here. Okay, so let me just get things set up here. Okay, so as we're setting up game 2, Marietta will be on the red side this time. Let me get all the layouts here. Good to go. We'll have that. So yeah, that was a very well played game there by the Pioneers. So just give them a chance to get the lobby set up. All right, so as we are waiting for everyone to join the lobby, once again, if you haven't followed us on any of our social media sites, this would be the great time to do so as we are waiting for game 2 to start. So on our Twitch channel, we have our follow button. So you can go ahead and click on that follow button. So that way, whenever we broadcast any games, whether they start on time or whether they start an hour and a half later, you can check them out. You can also go to our Facebook page at Marietta College eSports, Twitter at Marietta eSports, and you can go to our YouTube channel where you can go to bit.ly/Marietta College eSports. But all those links are also provided to you on our Twitch channel. We have those buttons for it, so you can click on those to get there as well. But be sure to follow us so that way any announcements, any updates, any new additions to our esports program, you will be the first to know about it. For instance, as soon as we know who we're playing against next week, we can let you know about it so you will be aware of it and what time. And, well, of course, it's going to be on this Twitch channel. Where else would it be? Once again, thank you for coming out here on this beautiful day. So Marietta has taken game 1. So we're just now waiting for everyone to get set up for game 2. So we'll see what adjustments were made. So overall, that was mostly a flawless game by the Pioneers. So we would expect Newman to make some adjustments. They're probably, I would anticipate Vagar being banned out. I can see them doing that. Maybe even Shyvana, because both of those were pretty. They were pretty effective in that game. So we do have the lobby here. So just waiting for everyone to be ready. So as soon as we're ready, we'll get to champ select, and hopefully this time it won't bug out. So we'll actually get to see who the bans are. Okay, we're getting the ready checks in. Looks like everyone is ready. So we just gotta wait for them to hit the button. Yep. They keep asking each other, "Are you ready? Yes. Are you ready? Yes. Are you ready? Yes." I was like, okay, they're all saying they're ready, so we can start it up. And we are into champ select, so this is game 2 of Marietta College versus Newman University. So Marietta is on the red side, so we'll see what champions get banned this time around. Or the big question is, will we even get to see those? Because there could still be some client issues. We do see the Shyvana being banned. That should not be surprising. Larson was just insane with Shyvana. We see the Rengar being banned, so we won't see that in the jungle either. So far, looks like we're targeting junglers. If I remember right, Newman's jungler does play a decent amount of Rengar. Not a one-trick Rengar, but enough where it's worth banning out. Now we'll see what Newman decides to ban next. So they're still banning out the Rakan. Rakan is pretty effective, and it is one of MC Cowboys' I won't say absolute favorite champion, but it's definitely up there. We will not see the Kayn being played at all in this game either. Now we'll see the final bans from both sides. And we still see the Lissandra being banned. I think that was banned last game as well. So If I remember correctly, most of these bans are the same from last time. It's just the Shyvana's being banned out this time. I don't know what Newman banned in place of that last game, but that was last game. Another question is what's Mary going to ban here, and it will be the Kai'Sa. So that could have been banned last game. I don't know for sure, but we will not see the Kai'Sa this time. So let's see what the Jets will be prioritizing with their first pick. Looks like they're hovering over the Nami, and they will pick the Nami. So they're probably thinking that Lulu wasn't as effective last time. It helped that one engagement with her ult, but other than that, Lulu didn't do a whole lot. So I think they're looking for something a little more engaged with the Nami, with the bubbles, and even the tidal wave. And Marietta's hovering over the Caitlyn, and they will take the Caitlyn. The question is, do they go ahead and pick their support to the counter the Nami? I would expect to go ahead and them to pick their support so that way they have good synergy with it. And oh, ladies and gentlemen, we got a Pyke. We got a Pyke in this game. We need to see that hype for Pyke. Because you know when you play Pyke, it is so much fun. And when you play against him, you are dreading every second of it. And we do see the Jinx getting picked. Jinx is a good potential counter with Caitlyn, especially with wave clear. Jinx has much better wave clear than Caitlyn. So we probably will see Newman's bot lane have an early game advantage. And we do see the Vladimir getting picked. I would expect it to be a mid lane Vladimir. I believe that was what was banned by the Pioneers last time. No, actually, no, they didn't ban it. It was, I think Newman banned it last game. And we do see them locking it in. So, I mean, it could be Flex for top, but I think recently he's been more of a mid lane champion. So that's what I would expect. And we do see the Lee Sin getting picked for Larson. That is one of his favorite champions. Really good for picking. So it's looking like the Pioneers are going for a pick comp with Pyke and the ace in the hole with Caitlyn and Lee Sin. So it looks like they're definitely going for a pick. They are banning out the Jax. I mean, Jax is one of those that top lane or jungle, he's pretty good. So they do not want to go up against him. It's a very crafty character. And you definitely don't want to see him with an actual weapon. And we do see the Urgot being banned. It is one of Bludger's top champions. So we will not see that in this game. And that one could have been banned in the last game too, but once again, since things bugged out, it was kind of hard to tell who was actually banned. And we do see the Irelia being banned. I mean, Irelia is just one of those, you don't have to play against her, let's just not do it. Because no matter how many times you nerf Irelia, she's still OP. I mean, there's a reason why there's the better nerf Irelia meme out there. Now we'll see what the last ban is for Newman University. And it will be the Scion. So really limiting the top laners right now. So it'll be interesting to see what they, and it looks like they lock in the Veigar. They do not they want that for sure, because if Vladimir is top, they don't want to pick Veigar. Is it Veigar or Veigar? I don't know. I've been saying Veigar. I'm going to keep saying Veigar. It may be Veigar. Not a huge issue. But they are, looks like they're just thinking about that top laner and what they want to go up against. Since a lot of the top laners have been banned out, it does make sense that Bludger does want to try to figure out a champion to counterpick it. And it looks like Newman's hovering over Darius, and they will lock that in. So that is a Vladimir mid. So now the question is, what's the jungler? And it will be Jarvan for the jungle. So now all that's left is to pick the top laner for the Pioneers. So let's see what Bludger wants to do against Darius. Because Darius is one of those where you definitely want to keep your distance. So this could be like maybe a Jace. Although the only downside to it is that there really isn't a front liner. We don't really have any tanks for the Pioneers. So probably should secure some type of pick. And it doesn't go with that. It goes with a Kennen. Okay. This is definitely about as much of a pick comp as you can get for a pick comp. I mean, every champion here has picking capability. I mean, even with the team fight engage, like you get the Veigar stun with Kennon's ults. Yeah, this is definitely a big pick comp for the Pioneers. Although the only downside I see is there really isn't much as far as frontliners. So I think they're just hoping to be able to pick like one or two people off real quickly in a team fight. They're hoping that they don't have to do a 5v5 with this composition. So this will definitely be an interesting matchup for sure. So as we are waiting for the spectator delay, once again, thank you for spending your day with us. Be sure to follow us on all of our social media pages, whether it's on Facebook or Twitter or YouTube, or following us here. As we announced before, we are now affiliated with Twitch, so you can subscribe to the channel. So if you have Twitch Prime, you can use your free once a month Twitch Prime sub to help support the program. As far as stuff that's coming up for the esports program, we are getting close to the end of a lot of the regular season play for most of the stuff. So next week will be the last game of the regular season for League of Legends as part of the College League of Legends series. Our Rocket team last week participated in the qualifier tournaments, and unfortunately they did not make it through, so they will not be continuing there. And of course our Overwatch team did participate in their collegiate series earlier this year, but due to unforeseen circumstances, they were not able to continue in that. With that said, there is still an unannounced tournament that I can tell you that so many colleges are psyched for, and we're just waiting for additional information as far as when's it going to be, when our match is going to start, how do we sign up for it, and as soon as we get that green light, we will have our League of Legends team, our Overwatch team, and our Rocket League team all participate in that tournament. So we are very excited about that. It's just a matter of waiting and seeing when that will actually be. So yeah, a lot of exciting things are going on with the esports. We're hoping to be able to do things like live matches, and I don't mean just broadcasting on Twitch, but I mean actual live audience production type matches. We're talking LCS style type matches. So we're hoping to be able to get that set up. Probably won't be happening this semester, but maybe in the fall we'll be able to actually have a full-blown production for showing these games to you guys. We still have about 35 or so seconds left in the spectator delay, so we just gotta hang tight for a little bit longer, and then we will be good to go. Just as a reminder, in case I forget near the end of the broadcast, that because we are now affiliated with Twitch, we will not be uploading this match immediately afterwards. What we'll be doing instead is the VODs will be available on our Twitch channel. However, you will have to be a subscriber to get immediate access to those matches. And then 1 week from today, this match will be uploaded to our YouTube channel. So once again, you're not being denied any content. You'll just have to wait a week to watch the match again on our YouTube channel if you are not a sub. We gotta give subs something if they decide to subscribe to us. So we figured it'd be fair to give immediate access to our VODs, and then the Twitch emotes as soon as we have those emotes up and running. But we want to make sure that there is an incentive to subscribing. Although you could just subscribe just for the goodness of your heart, because you do want to help support our program too. Alright, so the spectator delay has completed. So now we are in the loading screen. So as soon as we have that to you, we will we'll transition that over. And we do have that, so let me just Set up a couple of things here. And here we are, Game 2 of Marietta College versus Newman University. If Marietta wins this, they win the entire match. If Newman wins this, we will go to a Game 3. So if you think that Marietta can 2-0 the Jets, let's see that hype in the chat. Let's see that cheers. Let's see that support. Because the way the Pioneers were playing, the way the Pioneers were playing on the last game, they could very well 2-0 this. In fact, we are seeing an invade. And Newman knows this. Nami's trying to run away. He gets the Q. He gets the hits. I don't think it's going to be enough to finish him off, but they do get him. They do chase Nami away. So they are kind of taking a lap around here. They are trying to get some vision down. They are getting pinged out. So the question is, will Newman try to respond to this? And we do see the pie hook comes in, and we do see Jinx having to burn the flashes. He's already very low and has to pop the heal. And we do see the flash, and first blood will go to the Pioneers. That is what you want to see in an invade. You want to get the vision down so the red buff has the wards, and then you pick off someone. So Jinx had to burn both the flash and the heal and still went down. So that is a huge start for the Pioneers. So we do see that Marietta will get, we'll start with the blue buff for Larson. And it looks like Jarvan does the same thing for Newman. And it looks like they're already heading back down into Newman's red jungle. And we do see the pike hook coming in onto Nami. And we do see Lee Sin already putting some damage onto Jinx, already very low and having to back away. So I think this could be a game where they're just going to keep harassing the bot lane. Just gets Jinx tilted. Because she's already died, already had to back away and being denied CS. So this is a very good start for this game. And Exasky, thank you for the sub. We don't have a little notification here to say when people sub, but I am seeing it on here, so thank you so much for your support. It is much appreciated. So we do see Larson still kind of hanging around there. I mean, he is taking the golems and doing some counter jungling. So the question is, will they go for a dive? Just considering how much of a CS advantage Caitlyn already has over Jinx. They are on the tower, so I don't know if they'll actually go for a dive, especially at level 2. It's probably a little risky. Those tower hits are very dangerous. Although Nami is getting pretty low. But no, Larson will just head up, looks like towards the Raptor camp. So we will not see a dive in the bot lane, which is probably a smart move. Because, yeah, at level 2, those tower hits, those turret hits are just really, really nasty, very punishing. And we do see some pings still going out, so that's probably just a ping to tell them to back off. Although maybe Larson is going to be heading back down there, rotating. It looks like he will get the Scuttle Crab. Meanwhile, Newman does get the Scuttle Crab for the top area. And Jarvan's going to be heading towards down his red jungle and find out there's nothing there. He's been completely counter jungled. We do see a little bit of training going on here in the bot lane, but nothing a whole much. Although Jinx has been able to catch up on CS. You see a little bit of training going in the top lane. I mean, Darius, he's going to get ahead in the CS just because he does have better wave clear compared to Kennen, and especially in the early game. But we do see, it's like Jarvan went down to the bot lane, but he's not really going to get a whole lot. He may just be like staying in the bush and waiting to see if they push out. We do see the engage going on here. Here comes Jarvan trying to get onto Pyke, and he will burn the flash to get away. Although Nami's still very low, it looks like Kennen's getting a lot of damage onto Darius, and there's Larson. The flash will come out. I was almost saying that First Blood's going to come out, but Jinx already died, so it would not be First Blood because we already got First Blood. And we do see the teleport coming in for Cressman just to get back in the lane. He is struggling a little bit more, although Vladimir does have a lot better wave clear this time. So that might be why they went with the Vladimir, maybe anticipating that Cressman would go with the Veigar. So we don't see a whole lot going on. Although Jarvan is still kind of hanging around the bot lane. I think he's trying to look for something. He's looking for... And we do see the hook coming in, but not a whole lot. And here comes Jarvan, maybe trying to get maybe his spear off, but it doesn't look like it's going to happen. So he comes in and everyone just backs away. Do see some pings going out, knowing that Jarvan is in that area. So Veigar does get the engage onto Jarvan, although it might be a little risky. Okay, that just happened. So, hold on, I gotta rewind this. I'm sorry. Like, we'll come back to live, but we gotta rewind that because. Hold on. Okay, so Jarvan lances over, and then Veigar still gets the kill on him because it was attached to him. All right, had to see that. Sorry. All right, let's get back to the game. That was just a really good kill. That's all there is to it. Okay, we do see... Okay, it looks like that Vladimir is trying to get the engage onto Cressman. He's getting very low, and that hit might be enough just to finish him up. Although, you know, he did pop a potion, so that is enough to keep him alive. But both of them did have to burn their flashes, and looks like Vladimir even burned his ult to try to get the kill, and just was not enough there. So with that right now, we do see that in the top lane, Bludger is starting to get a CS advantage over Darius. So he is starting to scale a little bit better in the early game to get that wave cleared. Meanwhile, Vladimir still has a CS advantage, but Cressman does have that kill. So that should help even out the goal. In fact, let's take a look at the goal differences. Yeah, so Cressman's not advantage a little bit. And we do see the engage going on here in the bot lane. But it doesn't look like a whole lot's going to follow up with that. And we do see several of the Pioneers kind of converging down into the red jungle. So I don't know if they just get some vision. Maybe they're just going to be looking for a dive. I think it was just maybe... I think it was just to kind of watch because... Larson is counter jungling technically, so does need to watch out for that in case like he does get caught, that there are people there ready to collapse. Plus, Cressman does have the wave pushed up, so he was able to roam down to help. So right now, Marietta has some really nice vision in Newman's red jungle. And we do see some pings going out, so they may be looking for an engage onto Jarvan, but the pings are going out, warning that they are kind of converging together, and then they are pinging out for the Ocean Drake. So it's looking like that they will be going for the Ocean Drake here. So let's just move down here to check it out. And this should be an uncontested Drake. I don't see anyone from Newman trying to go after that. They don't really have any vision, so they can't even see it anyway. So they do secure the first dragon. And it looks like Cloud Drake will be the next one, so not as great compared to the Infernal Drake from last game, but oh well. But Marietta still does get the first Drake. And we do see the engage going on to Vladimir, and the stun comes out by Cressman, and that's just a beautiful kill there, and pops the ult to finish him off. That was the ult that finished off Jarvan earlier too. So with that, Cressman now has 2 kills on him, so that should help him catch up in gold. And they're already pushing onto the mid tower since Vladimir is down. And we do see some trades going on here in the bottom lane. And it looks like Jarvan's going to try to help defend. Goes for the engage and misses. but it still defends it. And we see bubbles, we see hooks going all over the place in the bot lane. And we see here that Bludger has already had 20 CS over Darius. So once we get him going, he's going to be pretty nasty in team fights with his ult. So this looks like that Bludger is really denying a lot of CS on Darius. So that's going to make him ineffective on team fights. So his slam dunks aren't going to be as dunky. That's a word. And we do see some vision being cleared out. And Nami's got was spotted. At least they're pretty sure that's where she's at. Yeah, now they know exactly where Nami is. So it looks like things have quieted down just a little bit. But so far, I mean, at 11 minutes into the game, the Pioneers are up by about 3,000 gold. So they've had a very good start with just converging onto kills, getting the Drake, first blood. So they're just executing very well against the Jets in this match. So the question is, can they maintain that? Can they make sure they avoid the mistakes? So they're already pushing the bot tower and going to get some turret plating gold out of it. And they will have to back away. And it looks like Pike goes for the hook and just does not get anything. But there are some caution pings going out, so I don't know whose it is. But maybe it's because they know that Larson's there, and there he is. And he gets the Nami, and it looks like the Jinx she burns the flash, but here comes the Pike ult. She's already very low, and the double kill will go to Larson, and this should be a bottom tower for the Pioneers. Yeah, especially with that new wave right there. They should be able to get this tower without any issues at all. So Marietta's just doing a great job with the picks. And we do see a lot of damage going on here in the top lane. So Kennen will burn the ult and actually flashes to get the stun. And there's Jarvan with the counter gank. So, okay, so Darius does go down with the residual damage from Kennen. But Jarvan does come in and gets the retaliatory kill. And a lot of damage just got put onto Vladimir. So he's already down to half health with just that stun combo. Yeah, Marius just keep looking for picks. I mean, they're already up 6 kills to 1 at 13 minutes into the game. We're already looking at an over 5,000 gold difference at 13 minutes into the game. And Marietta will take Newman's red buff. And it looks like they will get the Scuttle Crab as well. Pretty simple to do. Okay, so we do have a pause. I'm not sure why. Although I'm hearing stuff as well. Okay, so we got to pause. See if we can find out why here. Okay. Alright, so it looks like Jarvan disconnected. These things happen. I mean, sometimes when you're dealing with the internet, disconnects will happen. So they just pause to let Jarvan disconnect and then give him a chance to reconnect. So as soon as he reconnects, we should have the game up and running to you. So just hang tight for another minute. I know we've been waiting a lot for games to start and this and that. But you just gotta wait. We should be reconnecting anytime soon. Let me see if there's any updates in the chats. No, it just might be a full-blown DC. So it's probably going to take a couple more minutes. So Yeah, so at this point we just have to wait it out a little bit and hopefully it'll get started soon. So with the Drake coming up, I mean, Maria's been doing a really great job here with just picking off people. So that Cloud Drake will actually help him with the movement speed. So although it's not ideal compared to like an Infernal Drake or just doing extra damage, the fact that they are looking for the engages, they are looking to try to catch people, especially with both Lee Sin and Pyke, that the movement speed can be advantageous. So Marietta definitely wants to prioritize this Drake. So it looks like what they are going to be doing here is that they will back a little bit, buy out, and then come back and set up for this Drake. But at this point, we just still gotta wait it out until the until Jarvan reconnects. So while we are waiting, we can go ahead and take a look at the gold differences just to see where that 5,000 gold distribution is lying. It's actually now about 5.5k gold distribution. So we see here that looks like just across the board Marietta is ahead in all their respective lanes. We see in the top lane Kennen is ahead by about 900 gold. We see Larson, well, by just doing all that counter jungling, has really shut down Jarvan, where he's up by about 23, looks about 2,300 gold. So that's almost a full item difference between the junglers. We see Crespin's up by, it's like about 700 gold, so not a substantial difference, but there is still a difference there. We see that Dangerous Doge is up by, it's like 1,100 gold. I mean, just having the 3 assists and the extra, gives me about 26 CS, has definitely made a difference there. And even MC Cowboy is ahead by about 400 gold here. So let me see if there's any updates in the chat. Okay, so it's looking like, okay, so from the chat, they're saying that it's taking longer to connect. I don't know why they're saying it would take 10 minutes. That doesn't make any sense here. Let me see if I can get some more information about what's going on. No, I'm not getting it here. So let me just open up chat again just to see if I can find out what's... Yeah, I'm not so sure what's going on there, but hopefully they will be getting back on here soon. So there's some kind of connection issue, but they should be getting back on anytime now. So this may be a time where if you need to step away a little bit, get a drink, get something to eat, well, maybe not that long, but this might be a good time to step away for a quick breather and then come right back. But hopefully we will have this game to you very soon. Okay, it looks like everyone is good to go. Play is going to resume right now. Alright, appreciate everyone's patience as we were waiting for the pause. I do apologize for it. Sometimes internet connections just decide to not cooperate. We've all been there before. So now it looks like the Pioneers will start to back out so they can buy, because the Drake will be up in about 10 seconds. So they do want to buy out and then head straight down there to secure that Cloud Drake. In fact, we even see it, even notice this during the pause, that Marietta even did the lane swap after claiming the bot tower, which is pretty standard. And it looks like they're trying to get Caitlyn, but she does burn the flash to get away from Darius. And we see the pings coming out for the Cloud Drake. Although Kennen's already doing some harassment onto Jinx and has to back away. It looks like Marietta's not going for the cloud drake just yet. It looks like they're going to try to go for this pick onto Darius. The hook does miss. Oh, we see the drop. That was beautiful. The Jarvan Lance comes in, but Cressman's got his ring out, so it stuns Cressman during the thrust, and then just pops his stuff there, and well, Jarvan just goes down. So that's a beautiful play there by Cressman to lure that out. And it looks like Marietta will get the Rift Herald first, since they were able to clear out Jarvan, but this should be an uncontested Rift Herald for the Pioneers. And we do see Caitlyn just putting the damage onto Darius, just not able to do much. So Marietta does get the Rift Herald. And it looks like it does go into MC Cowboy. So the question is, where do they plant it? Where do they unleash the beast? And it looks like Marietta is going to be able to get the top outer tower. We do see that they do get that. Yep, they do get that tower. And we see Nami trying to get a little bit of something on the cannon, but it's just going to be disruption now. Meanwhile, Jarvan's trying to clear wards around the Cloud Drake, but they do know he's there, so they may decide to try to converge over there. But it looks like they're going to put pressure on the mid tower first. And they do get the tower down, and it looks like Newman wants to engage, and there goes Jarvan, and Larson just blows up Nami. And he will get away, although the Hemoplague from Vladimir does get the shutdown onto Larson. So right now it is a 1-for-1. Meanwhile, Dangerous Doge and MC Cowboy do get the bot inner tower down. So right now the Pioneers are ahead in towers 4-0. So that is also part of the reason why they are ahead by 8,000 gold about 16.5 minutes into this game. So we do see the pinks coming out in the mid lane, so it's looking like they're maybe heading towards maybe putting some more pressure onto mid lane, or at least starting to rotate down so they're in position to make a play on the dragon. Although it looks like they're just going to go straight for the tower. They're not really prioritizing the dragon. And Jinx just gets deleted with Cressman's ult. Like I said before, you get a Veigar fed, and he's just going to say, I will kill whoever I want, by just pressing R. R, you're dead. R, you're dead. And we do see the Rift Herald coming out into the mid tower. So this is definitely going to go down. And the question is, will they be able to get some damage onto the inhibitor turret? And they certainly do. The Namiel comes out, and they will back away. Although Jarvan is wanting to get onto this Caitlyn, and they are chasing Caitlyn down. But here comes Lee Sin to say, nope, not on my watch. So Newman University is trying to defend this lane. Meanwhile, Bludger is split pushing the bottom lane. So we do see Darius going down to defend that. And we do see the pinks coming out for the Cloud Drake. But it looks like they're going to be targeting this tower first. And we do get the kick onto Darius. And the Cannonball comes out. And that's a dead Darius. And we see the Jinx rocket coming out. And that didn't really do anything. It just was not effective at all. So right now, Marietta is in complete control of this game. I mean, just look at how much vision they have in the red side jungle. I mean, they can see pretty much all of it. So this should be a free Cloud Drake, because if Newman were to try to go in there, well, they don't know what's going on in there, and Marietta would be able to spot it out. And we do see Larson trying to get something onto Nami, does not connect, so he will just back away. So at this point, all of the outer and inner towers are down for Newman University. So the next target would be some of the inhibitor towers. We do see Baron up in about a minute. I would not expect the Pioneers to go after it right at 20. But you never know. With this kind of lead, if they do get a couple of the Jets down, they may make a play for it. But I would anticipate they're going to just try to focus attention in mid lane and see what they can push. We do see some pinks coming out. So they do see the Pike, and he will get away. So it looks like they are going to try to get at least the Scuttle Crab to improve their vision for the Barren Pit. And we do get the ace in the hole into Nami, and Larson just finishes her off. So that is one dead Nami for sure. It looks like Jarvan's going to have to the back away there, because he knows he's not in a safe place. And the Pioneers will be continuing their push into the mid lane. In fact, they are pinging for it. That is the target. And the ring does come out, and they are going to get some damage onto it. And it looks like we are getting the counter engage. And the shutdown will go into Cressman with the slam dunk by Darius. And we do see all of the shutdowns coming out for Newman. So that is a 4-for-0. So I think that Marietta just was not prepared for that. They just didn't have the right counter engage. Newman did burn all the ults, but they did get a shutdown gold to help close the gap. That shouldn't be a huge concern. It is going to give Newman a little chance to go out and clear the vision, but that was definitely a misplay by just maybe sticking around a little too long, getting a little poked out. But it looks like they are hovering around Baron. I'd be very surprised if they were to start it up, but now they're just getting some vision over there. They would not want to start it up. So Pioneers will go in there and just clear up the vision. So lesson learned, don't overstay your welcome. They can still kill you. So they're just going to have to play smart. Look for the picks. Because their team engage is, their team fight is not that solid because they don't have a frontliner. So they do have to go for the picks if they're going to win stuff. And that's what's been working so far in this game. So they just have to keep finding picks and getting them off quickly. And they are going to start the Baron up. There is no vision for the Jets. Although this is concerning because it is taking a little while. And Newman's starting to show up. And they know that they're going to start the Baron. And we do see this, the engage is going out. And the Cannonball will come out to try to get the stun. And Nami goes down. Although Caitlyn and Pike are down. So that's a 2-for-2 right now. It's a 2-for-3 in favor of Newman. And that is a 4-for-2, sorry, in favor of Newman. So that was just a very sloppy engage. Although there's Larson to get one off, so he does get an extra kill. Although Jinx is looking to try to get the kill into with the ult, and it does miss. And Larson does get the kill off the... Okay, so he does get Jinx, but Vladimir does finish him off. So it does end up being a 5-for-4. So an unofficial ace for Newman. But that was just a sloppy team fight for the Pioneers. They need to go back with what works for them. So starting up the Baron was probably okay. But once Newman showed up, they need to break off and pick off someone real quickly. But they were spread all over the place. They weren't focus firing. And Newman was just able to blow them up. So the problem is that Newman does have a better team fight composition. So Marietta has to keep that in mind. Otherwise, they are going to allow Newman to get back in this game. There's still about a 6,000 gold difference in favor of the Pioneers. And Newman has yet to clear a single tower. And they are starting up excuse me, the Ocean Drake. And Marietta does secure the Ocean Drake. And Larson does try to go for a pick, and nothing, and the Q does not connect. But they do try to get some damage onto Jinx. The ace in the hole will come out, and she does get very low. So if Larson gets a Q on, and sure enough, the Q will finish off the Jinx. So that's what they have to do. They just have to keep looking for picks. Look for someone that's out by themselves, and then just pounce on them. That's their bread and butter with this composition. Although with most of the Pioneers in the bottom lane, I would expect them to continue pushing. So Newman does get their first tower. Meanwhile, all the Pioneers are down the bottom lane getting this inhibitor tower, and it will go down, and they are eyeing this inhibitor. And with Darius still up top, he does not have a teleport, so he's not going to do anything. And we do see Vladimir getting the engage, although the cannon all comes out to shut him down. So the inhibitor goes down, and 2 for Newman are already down. So that's a 2-for-1 in favor of the Pioneers, and they are backing away because they are already at half health. Although that looks like they're maybe trying to push again. No, they need to back away because Darius is back, so he can slam dunk with it, and they are backing away. So they're taking the win. They got 2 kills. They got the inhibitor. So just back off. They don't need to go for more kills right now. So it's a very smart play. Because you know what happens when you get greedy. Bad things happen when you get greedy. So now with the bottom lane pushing with super minions, this will give Marietta the opportunity to go for Baron. Because someone's going to have to go down there and contest it. And right now, I don't see anyone on Newman's side having a teleport. So if someone goes down there, they're not going to be able to come back in time for any Baron attempts or any Baron fights. But it will have to be addressed at some point. So once that happens, that's going to open up the window for Marietta to go after the Baron. So we do see them starting to engage over there. Well, not engage the Baron, but at least start clearing vision. And they do see the Vladimir there, trying to get at least a little damage off of him. But most of Newman is now in position for Baron. So Marietta's got to be careful. They are spread out. So we do see the stun coming in, and Jarvan just gets Thanos'd. He's just gone. And we see the Narmi getting picked off too. They're just like, I don't feel so good, and they vanish. And meanwhile, we do see super minions heading down to the Nexus turret. So Newman's going to have to do something about that. But Marietta is already down there. They got the mid tower. They got the inhibitor. I think they're going to be looking to try to finish up this game. In fact, the first Nexus tower is already down. And we do see the engage going on here. So Vladimir does get the shutdown. So Maria's got to back away. So they realize, okay, they went a little too far. Get out, or at least hover around, maybe? They should be backing out because they're already very low. So they are starting to back away. Jinx is going to try to get something here, although her ult is down. And Caitlyn is very low, and Caitlyn will go down. See, this is what happens when you stay too far. So they did get a tower down, but they stuck around. They got caught with their hand in the cookie jar, and they are paying for it. So it looks like that Newman was starting to eye the Baron, but here's the problem that they have. They're going for Baron, but here comes Larson going after Darius. He's taking turret shots, though, and that's the shutdown. So Marietta is getting very greedy with their kills now, and this could be their Achilles heel. Because right now, Newman is going for the Baron, although Pyke's pretty much just decides the 86 Jarvan. He does flash away, so that pick right there from Pyke made a huge difference, because that did stop them from engaging on the Baron. You know, they are trying to chase down Pyke. So the question is, will they catch him? But they are pinging and trying to converge in the mid lane. So Nami is going to catch Pyke. But Cressman does put the ring out to help with disengaging. Whew, so a lot going on there. So I mean, with all that said, Newman still only has the top inhibitor tower and the Nexus tower. Just one Nexus tower left. And super minions are still coming in both the bottom and mid lane. And Marietta is now securing the Mountain Drake. So despite the misplays, this is still Marietta's game to win or lose. Because they are up, looks like 6,000 gold at about 29 minutes into the game. So with that super minion pressure, it is going to be hard for them to go after the Baron. And Marietta looks like is clearing the vision for Baron. So will they go for the Baron? No, they're just clearing the vision and backing out. because they know that Newman's going to be coming up there. They need to get picks. That's their bread and butter with this composition. Pick off someone, then go for a Baron or go for an objective. And we do see some stuns coming out. Nami's already about 2/3 health. And Marietta does start the Baron, and it is going down pretty quickly. Although the bottom inhibitor has respawned, but it looks like Marietta will get this Baron, and now they just need to back away. Just don't stick around too long. But with that, I mean, Newman has to go back and take care of that super minion, because otherwise that super minion will take out the inhibitor again. So we do see Darius going down there to take care of it, but that inhibitor is already a little over half health. And super minions are still coming down the mid lane. And it looks like Marietta is going to go for a top lane push to see if they can get this top inhibitor tower down. And then meanwhile, Cressman will teleport back in. So everyone's there ready for an engage. So if Newman does engage, Marietta is ready for it. And we do see people trying to converge onto Larson, and nothing will connect. And this top tower, excuse me, is already less than half health. So it's probably going to just take another push, and they may be able to finish this off, especially with the Baron powered minions. And they even got a Canyon minion there too to help with it. But they are respecting the Vladimir. The Vladimir is very powerful. He is 7, 2, and 3. But they do pick off the Nami, and they do get the tower, and they do see the engage going on here. So Vladimir does try to get into the back line, but will not get anything. In fact, Cressman does get the double kill. Darius will go for the slam dunk and does get Kennen, but he will pay for it because Cressman does get the triple kill. And that is an ace for the Pioneers. That should be enough to finish the game. In fact, Pike's already down there, and Larson's just like, yeah, we're just going to go and finish the game because everyone's dead. And the Nexus will fall. So therefore, Marietta takes the second game. So they do win this match 2-0 over Newman University. So despite some of the misplays there with the with maybe just overextending a little far, getting just a little greedy, that was still very well done by the Pioneers. A great game. I told you earlier that the patience would pay off, and sure enough, it did. We had some really great games there, and Marietta did come off with a legitimate 2-0 instead of taking the forfeit win. So, once again, thank you for coming out and spending your late afternoon, early evening with us. So yeah, be sure to follow us on all of our social media. So be sure to follow us on our Twitch channel here, so whenever we do have upcoming matches, you can see them. Follow us on Facebook at Marietta College eSports. Follow us at Twitter at Marietta eSports. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. That doesn't cost anything, but it's bit.ly.com/Marietta College eSports. All the links are in our Twitch channel. But yeah, once again, thank you for spending your day with us. Hope you have